What's up guys, Nate Doggy Dog 52 back again. I've got another sneaker pickup, so without further ado, let me jump straight right into it. There we go, it's the new style Jordan box with the black lead, red Jumpman and the cement print on the bottom. In case you couldn't already tell from the description, there's the box numbers. So what we have here is the Air Jordan 6 Retro Spizike, US 13, UK 12, official colourway is Varsity Red, Classic Green, Black, White, style code is 694091, colour code is 625. As always, order form from Nike.com. So this sneaker I actually got for my birthday from my parents, so again shout out to them, thank you very much for that. But originally when images leaked of this sneaker, people thought it was going to be the Jordan 6 Christmas because of the colour, which you can understand when you only see the sneaker itself. You don't see any of the insides or anything like that. You could possibly understand that. What it actually is basically a celebration of the relaunch of the Jordan Spizike, which was something that Nike did with Spike Lee, or Jordan brand, did with Spike Lee, where they gave him his own sneaker. It was basically a hybrid of all the kind of Jordan commercials that he'd worked on, so the 3, 4, 5, 6 and also the 20, and they gave him the biggest thing that kind of came from the 20 was the laser etching on the inside. So being that this year, 2014, is the 23rd anniversary of the Air Jordan 6 first dropping, you have seen some retro and also some non-OG, some OG products retro and some non-OG products dropping. So for instance, this guy here is a non-OG. In a previous video did the Sport Blues. The reason they dropped was it's the 23rd anniversary. So Air Jordan 6, it was a Tinker Hatfield shoe. It was something where they were looking to increase the height a little bit on this sneaker over the previous model, the 5. Did transplant a few things, so you do have the lace lock from the 5. Which was a cool little additional feature that's not on a normal 6. The normal 6 is just normally a toggle, whereas we have the actual plastic part that's curved. That comes from the 5, so that's on here as well. You keep the translucent sole on the bottom, but we do have a new pattern on the bottom. We've moved away from herringbone, we're using a circular pattern on the 6. And also what they did was, on this model it's very easy to see with the red, pretty much so red upper, you've got the little lace cover with the black with the green Jumpman. This was basically to make the Jumpman more prominent on this model, so this was the final model that when I released in OG form, not this colourway but the shoe itself, had Nike Air on the back. The reason that the Jumpman was put on the tongue was to try and transition away from that, because at the time Tinker Hatfield knew this would be the Jordan 6 would be the last model to feature Nike Air on the back, and then beyond that it would start to be focusing Jordan to be its own brand before it finally breaks off to become its own brand a few years later. So yeah, another thing was the clean toe cap was something that Michael was really kind of adamant upon. So you got this clear toe cap where there's no stitching across it, things like that. It's just this thing. It's also a little bit more sleek and narrower than what previous models were. So if you look at the 3, 4, 5, 5 probably in particular, then this is a much more sleek model. Again, there is the carryover from the 5 of the translucent sole and also the lace lock, but there is also some new elements which are really cool. The kind of coolest element is probably on the side, where it's got the number 2 and the number 3 on the side. And this shoe was designed after, or took elements from Michael's Porsche, so it has the wing that was on the Porsche, and also the kind of parts on the side are designed to look like the vents. Also, with the increase in height in this sneaker, what happened was Nike looked to give you a tongue to make the wearer be able to get it on easier, so you've got 2 big holes in the tongue and then the pull tab in the back, so you can just pull it on much easier. In terms of the shoe itself, it was a massive deal for Nike when they were just kind of launching the Jordan sneakers, because this was the sneaker that Michael won his first championship in. It was the Jordan 6. In the 1991 season, he averaged 31.5 points. He won his 5th straight scoring title. He was voted All-NBA, first team all defence, and he got his 7th straight All-Star appearance. So every year in his league he was at the All-Star, and he was also the league MVP in 1991, which again is a lot. And of course, when it got to the championship game, the NBA Finals, sorry, of course he was the NBA Finals MVP. So a massive sneaker in that way. It was the first title, and it was the first title of the first three-peat. So a lot of firsts with this shoe. Very, very cool sneaker. But about this particular colourway, it's the history of Jordan, the Spizike, the history of Flight, whatever you want to call it. It's been known as a few different things, even the Christmas Jordans at first. But a very, very dope sneaker. Love the detailing on it. Again, it's not the first all red sneaker we've seen. We saw the Infrared 23 release back at All-Star Weekend in February. And then we saw this guy release, which sort of coincided with the same weekend as the Spizike in OG form releasing. Again, that was very limited. I think it was 23,086 or 85 units were available on that one, so very, very limited on that. And then this guy launched the same day. This is an absolute must-have for me. Having already got the Infrared 23 joints, these were absolutely so dope. Execution on these, again, flawless. Around the heel and on that 3 and on the side is that tumbled leather. It feels very, very premium. And then you've got the smooth leather around the toe cap, and then in the in-between panels with the perforations. Very, very dope sneaker. All white midsole. All white on the outsole with the translucent hits and that green Jumpman. So some real pops of colour on this sneaker. And then of course, if I just take the lace lock off a little bit, we've got that lasering coming from the Jordan 20, which is really, really cool. So I'll take out the shoe forms, things like that. So again, in the inside it looks very, very dope. Very, very clean, very, very nice. So it's an all red with the black graphics on the sock liner, and then the insole is red with a white Jumpman. Again, these haven't hit the street as of yet, these are still DS, so I will stick them on feet right now and let you guys see how they look. So there we go, this is the Jordan 6 Spizike, history of flight, all red, whatever you want to call it, on feet. Very, very nice, very, very clean. That all red with that hit of black and green, and then the black and green in the heel. Again, I'm starting to become a fan of all block colour sneakers. The sport blues being pretty much so all white and things like that. Very, very clean on feet. Anyone who's familiar with my channel will know exactly what time it is right now. It's time that I grab my phone and jump into my shout out list. So I do have a little bit of a new list because I lost it once I transferred onto my new phone, but anyway, first and foremost it's Ike Bezel. The reason I do these videos, he was the one guy that told me just go ahead and do it. Jumpman Bostic, of course, Hess Kicks as well, Nightwing 2303 and Kick Genius. These are the two kind of premier guys when it comes to performance reviews in my opinion. Zaya X, that's Sugar Katie, Just for Kicks 212, the Real Ray Ray 20, Street Gear NYC, the Nice Kicks, Sneaker Watch TV, Scoop 208, Mr. Fulmer Simpson, Yo Anti, and also his Kicks channel, Yo Anti Kicks, T Blake, Always Fresh Apparel, Jacques Slade, Bullet RC, We Are the Trend, DJ Ski on Ski TV, kicksonfire.com, Suicidal1, kicksinthecity.com, Swag On Haters Out, Sam Colt 12, TL Rick 72, Guns and Gloves, One Veracity, Optimus P517, Sticky 213, Blue Cheese, My Kicks Fly, Eddie Wynn, and of course Jason Mark. So that concludes my shout out list for this video. If you do want to be added to the list, then drop a comment and ask kindly, and of course it can be done. Before we get out of here, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and also Twitter. My name is going to appear right here. It's at NathanCare20, so give me a follow on both of them. Use the hashtag SneakerFanWorldwide, NDD52 for myself and also the homie T Blake. Again, they're going to appear right here. So there we go guys, one final look at the Air Jordan 6 Retro Spizike, celebrating the 23rd anniversary of the Jordan 6 and also celebrating the 40 Acres and a Mule, the film company that Spike Lee has. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do like, drop a comment. Also, want to be added to the shout out list, all that kind of fun things, then please do so. But until the next vid, this is Nate Doggy Dog 52 signing off on his Jordan Retro 6 Spizike review. Peace.